The one choice I almost made that would have stolen my freedom forever, what every senior needs to hear before it's too late. At 79, I almost made a decision that would have changed the rest of my life. I almost moved into a care facility. Not because I couldn't manage on my own, but because everyone around me thought it was the safe option. My daughter said, "You'll have people around you all the time." My neighbor said, "They'll cook and clean for you, it'll be easier." Even my doctor mentioned it offhand. Plenty of folks your age are transitioning to assisted living. Might be worth considering. So I thought about it. I even packed a few boxes. But one night, sitting alone in my living room, something inside me spoke louder than all the well-meaning advice. It asked, "Are you really ready to give up everything you've spent a lifetime building?" That question saved me. Today, I want to share with you 7 things I learned when I came dangerously close to surrendering my independence. If you're over 70 or love someone who is, this video might be the most important one you'll watch today. Stay with me. Because these truths, they're not just about aging, they're about living. At first, the idea of comfort sounds beautiful. No more grocery shopping. No more yard work. No more worrying about stairs or slippery floors. But do you know what else comes with that kind of comfort? No more challenges. No more pushing yourself. No more reasons to move your body, solve little problems, or adapt to life's rhythms. The truth is, our comfort zones shrink the more we stay in them. And for many older adults, comfort eventually becomes a cage one they didn't realize they walked into willingly. When you outsource every task, you're not just buying convenience. You're trading strength. You're trading confidence. You're trading freedom. So ask yourself, are you resting because you need to? Or because you've been told that rest is all you're now good for? Everyone promises they'll come see you. And at first, they do. The kids visit on weekends. Your friends drop by every now and then. Even the staff checks in regularly, asking how you're doing. But slowly, visits become phone calls become texts, and then even the texts become rare. It's not always out of neglect. Life moves fast outside those walls. People forget how much it means when someone simply shows up. But when you're living alone in your home, people come to your space. They help with little things. They sit in your kitchen and drink your coffee. They remember your presence because they're stepping into your world. In a facility, you're a guest in a space designed for supervision, not relationships. It's easy to become part of the background, and that hurts more than anyone ever tells you. For 50 years, I woke up, made coffee, fed the birds, read the paper, took a walk. Simple, right? But it was mine. When you move into assisted living, those little routines get replaced. Your coffee's made by someone else. Your walk becomes a supervised activity. Even your mornings are planned for you. And without your routine, something strange happens. Your sense of self begins to fade. You feel adrift, like you're just passing time instead of living life. I've seen people who were once sharp, funny, and vibrant turn into shadows of themselves within months, not because of disease, but because they lost the rhythm that gave their days meaning. If you're considering a big change, ask yourself, what daily habits keep me grounded? And what happens if they disappear? Here's an uncomfortable truth. Being taken care of can slowly convince you that you're incapable. At first, it's convenient. Someone brings you your pills. They help with your laundry. They remind you to eat. But one day you realize you haven't opened your own mail in weeks. You haven't cooked a meal in months. You haven't made a real decision all on your own in longer than you can remember. And then comes the worst part. You start to believe you can't. We age not just in body, but in mindset. And when you stop using your independence, it doesn't just vanish, it atrophies, like a muscle left idle. I would rather struggle with something simple and own the struggle, than be handed everything on a silver tray and slowly forget who I was. Imagine this. You wake up and someone knocks on your door, enters before you answer, and begins checking your vitals. You go to shower but need to schedule it. You want to use the bathroom but someone has to assist you, even if you don't want them to. Even if they're kind, respectful, and professional. It's not private. And privacy, my friend, is a kind of dignity that once lost, is almost impossible to reclaim. In your own home, you still choose who sees you, when and how. In a facility, that choice is often made for you. And that chips away at your sense of identity in subtle, painful ways. If you're thinking of giving up your home, ask, am I ready to lose my last sanctuary? I've heard people say, well, at a certain age, the body just gives out. No, that's not the full picture. The body weakens faster when you stop challenging it. When you sit more than you move, when you're accommodated more than you're engaged. A man I met named Harold, 83, former bus driver, moved into assisted living. He said, "It's nice not to cook anymore." 6 months later, he could barely walk 20 feet without resting. Not because he got older, but because he got comfortable. Don't confuse rest with decline. Your body needs movement. Your brain needs stimulation. Your soul needs a reason. Don't wait until you lose strength to wish you'd work to keep it. Let's say you try it. You move in. It's not great. You want to go back. Well, what if your home's been sold? What if your family filled your room with new furniture? What if your confidence to live independently has faded? What if your savings are depleted by the monthly care bills? Leaving sounds easy in theory. In practice, it's incredibly hard. The system is built to make it easier to stay and harder to leave. It's not a hotel. It's a transition into a new life. And often, there's no clear path back. Don't walk into that decision thinking it's temporary unless you've made concrete plans and promises to return. Because what feels like a break can quietly become a point of no return. So what did I do instead? I hired a part-time caregiver just for the tough stuff. I installed grab bars in the bathroom. I asked my grandchildren to help with errands once a week. I joined a local senior center where I could socialize on my terms. Was it perfect? No. But it was mine. My home. My rhythm. My rules. Before you give all that up for comfort, convenience, or pressure from well-meaning loved ones, ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live in these years? Not just safe but alive? Because you deserve to write the rest of your story with dignity, clarity, and choice. Thank you for listening. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below with what resonated most. And if you know someone who's facing this decision, please share this video. It might just save them from giving up the life they love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more honest conversations about aging, health, and the wisdom that comes with time. We'll see you next time.